Hello everyone, the chart guys have been working on an introductory technical analysis course for some time now, and after surveying hundreds of traders, we narrowed down what the most sought after information was, and we created this course, Entry and Exit Strategies. It's over 5 hours in length, and we go over different signals that the charts tell us for when to buy and when to sell. If you are the kind of trader that is still looking at charts and not realizing what it is trying to tell you, still feeling a little bit overwhelmed, this course is designed to alleviate that uncertainty. So the course outline, we're going to go over the psychology of trading, establishing a game plan, recognizing the different indicators signaling bullish and bearish entries, being able to identify support and resistance levels, poor entries where traders make mistakes and how to avoid them, exit target, knowing where to sell your positions, where to place stop losses to keep those losses minimal, my personal preparations, how I get ready for the trading day, and then piecing it all together, looking back at everything we just learned and applying it to the real world. As a bonus, we'll also look at an intro to finding entries and exits with patterns, and you'll recognize these patterns on all kinds of time frames throughout the stock world, so certainly beneficial to be able to trade off of those as well. So we hope you will check out this course, and again, we feel it will build a foundation of technical analysis knowledge that experience will build off of and send you on the right direction to making more profitable trades. Checking in on the biotech sector, looking at XBI to start, gap down day, very poor start. Bulls bought the dip a little bit, and we do still have key support. 60.41 was the low of consolidation, and we held that by a few pennies to 60.44. Very clearly still a lower high pattern, so the bulls have to break the high of Friday, 63.77, and then this other high of 64.47 to try and reverse this trend. But we do have a clear base of support. We can see we are seeing the lowest close of 60.98 that we have seen on this pullback, but you put your horizontal line right at that level, and you can see the bulls are defending that with lower wicks bouncing from it. So pretty much a descending triangle early on in the stages of forming, where you have your horizontal base of support and then lower highs as the range tightens. If we see a break of 60.41, we're looking to fill the gap at 58.56. But bulls need to see some momentum tomorrow, building off the lower wick that formed today, maintaining that 60.41 support and trying to fill this gap 61.83 from the gap down open today. Weekly time frame is potentially a bullish candlestick, but we're seeing no follow through and no sign of the bulls so far to start this week. That's going to have to change, and the bulls need to get over the weekly 62.42 middle Bollinger Band resistance. IBB is even weaker, and I say that because we have dropped down a lot more significantly, and we have already filled the gap 3 days ago. So it's still lower highs and lower lows. The bulls have to see a clear break of 275.39. That's a double top. That was the high of Friday, and it was also the high of Monday. So a very clear resistance to be watching on IBB that the bulls have to break the lower high pattern. Otherwise, we're looking down at 265.77 and then on down to 261.65. Looking at the weekly time frame, bulls really need to hold this 200-week moving average because we have held it the past 2 weeks, but we're currently rejecting from it 269.25, so we'll see if the bulls can get over that level. Bearish TCG cross of the 4-period over the 8-period exponential moving average to the downside occurred last week, and we're seeing some follow-through for that. So IBB weaker than XBI, and we see the clear lower high, higher low tightening range currently forming on the weekly. Same thing for XBI, lower high trying to form a higher low. And last, we'll wrap it up with VRX, said in the video over the weekend to be looking for a potential bounce on the weekly time frame, but very quickly today that went out the window, didn't even bother paying attention after the first 15 minutes. And a big spike in bear volume, just another lower high rejection from the exponential resistance, close at the low of the day, 14.24 support. Weekly time frame, absolutely no follow through on that bullish doji. And after 14.24, we're looking at 13.77. Still no sign of the bulls on VRX at this point. And the bears are in full control, and the volume is very telling. Every time we have a bear day, it is a spike in bear volume. Very rarely do we see an increase in bullish volume. So bears fully in control of VRX, bears fully in control of the biotech sectors. Still have a support on XBI the bulls need to hold, but it will be very clear when this lower high daily trend breaks. Nowhere near that occurring at this point in time. Thanks for watching. We'll check back in later this week.